Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I feel like I was just talking to you guys because I posted last week's video kind of late, so it's been so long. I feel like it was just yesterday. But if you did watch last week's video, then you saw we were mainly outside, and girl, let me tell you, I put in work. I put in work. It took me 2 whole days, which turned out to be like 40 something minutes for you guys, but I was tired after that video. But honestly, it needed to be done. So like I'm glad that it got done. Like I said, I would not be, that's like the good thing about making these little videos too, because I feel like I'm really held accountable to like for sure taking care of my plants, which I love because I love taking care of my plants, but you guys make sure I get it done. So I don't mind it at all. I had a really fun time making that video, so I hope y'all enjoyed it. But I thought since we put in work last week and I was tired, I thought this week we're gonna sit down and have a cozy little video because honestly I'm still drained from that and I didn't want to do anything crazy. So without further ado, I'm sure y'all seen, but this video is gonna pretty much just be about some plants that I got. So excited because they're not, so some of them are going to be regular plants and then some of them are not so regular. So I'm really excited to show you guys because I honestly think they're really cool. So we're just going to go ahead and hop into it. Before we jump in today's video though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button and comment if you want to. It really does help out my channel. And honestly, I love talking with you guys in the comments down below. You guys are so sweet to me. I got so many sweet comments on last week's video too. And it helps me out with knowing what you guys like to see, if you guys are liking the content that I'm putting out. And if you're not, girl, just tell me. I don't care. I'm okay with constructive criticism. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. So let's just go ahead and hop into this one. This video is gonna pretty much be about those little pesty, annoying, so annoying fungus gnats. Like, oh my god, I have built up this anger with fungus gnats. They just get under my skin. Like, I know you guys probably know what I'm talking about, especially if you guys have a lot of plants, because as you can probably see in the background, this is my living room, so I have a big showcase of plants right next to me. And when some of them do get fungus, like the little fungus gnat, what's the word? Not infestation, because that kind of sounds nasty, but I guess it is. Like, some fungus gnats are just way more, like, especially like my moss bowls, they sense like they're wet constantly, so they go to them and then it creates some more. And let me tell you, I have used the dang it, systemic granules. I have used that, and it says I'm pretty sure it says on the directions you can use that for fungus gnats as well. So I have used it for that, but the actual grown fungus gnats that fly, it doesn't kill those. Like, it just, I think it takes care of like the eggs and making sure that they're not, you know, making babies and messing with your plant roots and stuff like that. But the actual adult ones that still fly in your freaking face when you're just trying to sit down and watch some TV, or if I have a glass of wine out, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you the amount of times I've been trying to drink some wine and one falls into my cup or my coffee, or you know, they're really nasty. The next thing I was planning on getting was the mosquito bits, because I've heard a lot of good things about mosquito bits and how that really helps. But instead, we thought we would go ahead and get something a little bit cooler. And also, we actually do like these type of plants. We've had them in the past, so we got them again this spring because we know it's going to help out with this specific issue, and that is going to be our carnivorous plants, which I have a couple in front of me. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys, because let me tell you, they have been putting in work. I have seen like way less fungus gnats. Like when I tell you, they used to bug me because I would see them like fly in front of my face. They have helped. We've had these plants, I kid you not, I think a week, and I have seen way less fungus gnats. Like they have been putting in work, and that's why I wanted to show you guys these plants today, because I'm even a little bit mind blown at how much they have caught, and you can see it. So I wanted to go ahead and show y'all. And let me just tell you, the first one we got, my son was able to get a hold of it and he ripped some leaves off. I was very upset. I caught him right when he did it, so luckily like he didn't put anything in his mouth or anything like that, but the plant did get damaged, and that's gonna be our first one. I don't know if y'all can see, but I have my little notebook to the side of me because I was doing some research on them, like I usually like to do with any new plant that I get, so I just make sure I take care of them properly. But your girl can't be remembering all of that. I really do not have a good memory, so I write stuff down, so I just have my little notebook next to me. And so I give you guys the right information. This first one I'm gonna go ahead and show you is, I have it in this little tiny bowl with some leca and distilled water. This is gonna be my butterwort pinguicula, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm gonna keep it in here because it's gonna start to drip. Pinguicula, like there's a little fungus gnat right next to me. You're about to get eaten, boy. I'm telling you right now. Try me with my plants next to me, because they're gonna catch you. Not me threatening the fungus gnats. That's how much like they pissed me off. Okay, butterwort pinguicula. I just think this one is so freaking cute. I'm hoping that it's focusing. If it's not focusing, I'll put like a picture on the side. But this one is so freaking cute. I mean, as you can see, it came damaged with this like hole in it, and then the leaves that my son ripped out, this poor thing has already been through it, were on this side, so that's why it's a little empty on this side. But otherwise, he's doing okay. But this one is just so cute. It's just so chunky, and on top of that, I know it has the cutest blooms. I believe it has like little purple flower blooms that come from right in the center, so I can't wait to see this one bloom. I love when a plant blooms, especially my favorite is when I don't even know that a plant blooms, and then I have it for a while and then I just see a flower come out of it. I'm like, what the heck? Because it just makes me assured that it's happy, you know? But I know for sure this one does bloom. I've seen it in pictures, and when we were getting this plant from our local garden store, I seen another one that was currently in bloom. But we didn't get that one. We chose this one instead. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this little cutie pie. Some fun little facts about this one, because like I said, I was doing some research, is that this one has sticky leaves, and that's how it captures the fungus gnats. It's obviously carnivorous, so it eats the fungus gnats, and that's gonna be for most of them. I don't want to go ahead and keep repeating myself, but yes, that's pretty much what it does. This one specifically also can grow in different types of environments. It says it can grow indoors, it can grow outdoors, it can grow in a terrarium. The only thing with this type of carnivorous plant, and like the other ones that I own, is that this one does need to be constantly moist. So as you can see, it is in this little tray with distilled water. It does not like regular water. If you do start to feed your carnivorous plants with regular water, it actually burns the roots off and your plant will eventually die. So it either needs to be distilled water is the main one. I've also seen like rainwater too. I personally just do distilled water because I don't want to kill it. But other than that, you can also do like a self-watering pot if you want to, or a little tray like this with water. I personally just fill a tray up with water when it seems low. And I check these plants usually when I like water my moss poles. So I kind of have it on a certain schedule where when the days I water my moss poles, I also check the carnivorous plants, and when their trays seem a little bit more empty, I just top them off with a distilled water. That's pretty much it actually on this little cutie patootie. This is one of them, one of 4, but this one's just so cute and chunky. I love it. I think it's adorable. So that's one. The next 3 that we're gonna go into have a little bit more complicated names, so bear with me. I am trying my best, okay? And if I say it improper, I do apologize. But luckily these ones actually came with like a little tag, so I do know the specific little names for these ones. This is going to be the next one. Hopefully you guys can see this. Like I said, if you can't, I will put an image in this clip that shows it a little bit better. I don't know if you can also see like all the little black brown dots that are on the plant. Those are fungus gnats. They have already caught. I'm probably so shaky too. I apologize. But this is the next one, which I was like, whoa, when I saw this one, because it's like crazy tall. Like compared to this little ping guy, like this guy's a tall guy. And when I was doing some research on it, it said that this one is, first of all, the name of this one is Drosera filiformis tracei, if I'm saying that correctly, aka thread-leaved sundew, which is a little bit more simpler, but I wanted to tell you guys the botanical name, and I will write it down below too if I'm not saying it properly. Drosera filiformis tracei. So this guy right here, it really likes full sun. I am going to keep it indoors, but it is in a very bright, it's in my little garden window, so it's in a very bright area. It pretty much gets indirect bright sunlight throughout the entire day. But it says it recommends for this one to have full sun. Also with these ones, as you can see, the little curled up leaves, I think that's so cute. I love how they come out curled. And I believe when they're curled up like that, that's like the start of a new leaf. That's how they start to grow upwards. And then when they're fully uncurled, it's gonna be their full length, like this guy up here. Also, if you can see, like it glistens in the sun, which I also think is so cool and pretty. I think it has a little hair on it. Hold up. So shaky. Yeah. It glistens in the light and in the sun, and I really love that. It's like clear little sundew glistens, and if you see me touch it, I don't want to touch like a fungus gnat, but just so I can show you guys, look, once I touch it and pull away, I don't know if y'all can see, like it's so sticky. So that's pretty much what catches the fungus gnats. I believe like their sundew little glistening drops that are coming from the plant are sweet smelling, and it encourages fungus gnats to come over to it, and once they land on it, they get stuck. And that's pretty much how they get caught, because they can't go ahead and come off of that. Oh my god, it even has like oh my god, it has like a really big mosquito. Can you guys see that? Right there? That's not a little fungus gnat. That's like an actual mosquito. Ew. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. What else? So yeah, when the leaves are unrolling, that's when it's pretty much creating new leaves. Full sun, they are covered in glistening droplets of sticky exudate. I'm not sure if that's the word of like the stickiness, exudate. Oh, what I thought was really crazy was that this can reach 18 inches long. So they can get pretty big. So I'm really excited to see how big I can grow this plant since it says 18 inches. Like I was like, whoa, that's pretty long, but I think that's actually very cool. If I can grow it to be that big, I will be amazed. It's in this little pot right here. I don't know how big this is, maybe like a 4 inch. Just with some like regular, I think this might be like the little bog soil. It's very wet. I didn't change it. I just left it as is from the person that we got it from. And then I have it in this tray of distilled water as well. And this one, I haven't seen it flower, but it says it does flower. And it says when it does flower, it's gonna be a white flower. And that should be in some like summertime. So I'm really excited for that. It's also growing little babies at the very bottom, which I think is so cute. To me, honestly, I just think this is way cooler to have than like mosquito bits. Obviously, if you're not really into carnivorous plants, then you do you, boo. Go get those mosquito bits. You know, I don't know how well they work because I've never tried them. But personally, like I said, I have seen way less fungus gnats. And when I look at these guys, like this one, let alone, it blows my mind that this many fungus gnats were in my house. This one, let alone, at least 50 or more. Like it has them all over. So I know this plant is being well fed. So yeah, that is Drosera filiformis tracyi, aka thread-leaved sundew. I really like that one. I like all of them, but I really like that one because I like the fact that it can grow 18 inches tall. That's wild to me. Okay, so next one right here is gonna be called Drosera capensis, aka Cape Sundew, is this one. And this one is just so cool to me because of the red. So obviously the stem itself is the green, but the red is like the actual little prongs that have that exudate stickiness on it, which is so crazy. Like it just looks like out of this world. Like it looks like a little alien to me. And it's so like it glistens in the light too. Like I can, and this one too, like I can see so many fungus gnats. It blows my mind. This one I heard out of all of them is the easiest one to own. So if you're new to like carnivorous plants, I recommend to start off with this one. It says it's easiest out of all of them. It basically has like a green stem for at least like an inch, and then it starts to form those red little sticky hands, and it obviously exudates those little sticky sundew type of goo, and then the little gnat comes, gets stuck in it, and then I think when they are actually like eating up the gnats, they curl in. And it says like they curl in within 30 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it curls in within 30 minutes and it digests the fungus gnats for a few days, and then it opens back up and it leaves like some of the fungus gnats remains, and it does the same thing all over again. And I believe this one specifically, it dies back in the fall, but it does reemerge. So if it dies back, don't think like your plant is dying. It's just obviously in fall, it's kind of like a dormancy, if you will, but it will come back to life. This one also does flower, so I'm also very excited to see this one flower. It says if it does, it's going to be rosy pink in the summer, so I can't wait to see that. But yeah, this one is so cute. I like this one. This one is so cool, and there's so many of them in there, and I already see more babies growing. So maybe that's why this is also one of the easiest ones, because it obviously grows very fast. Like this pot is already almost full of this plant, and I have it in another little tray full of distilled water as well, constantly being wet. This next one, it has to be my favorite out of all of them, and you'll see why right now. I've never seen a carnivorous plant like this. And when my fiance brought this home, I was like, what the heck is that? It literally looks like antlers, like deer antlers. I thought it was so cool. And this one is called Drosera Benata, aka the staghorn. And look at this, you guys. I'm just zooming it because it has water dropping. Are you kidding me? What the heck? Oh, it has one of my hairs. My hair is literally everywhere. If you're a girl, you know. But what the heck? Look at this, you guys. I have never seen a carnivorous plant look like this. This is absolutely wild to me. It is so cool. So cool. If I could just have like a whole bunch of these, I would definitely buy them. And you can see all the little curled upness and all the little gnats. This one really puts in work too. I can see it's hard to tell because this one's like a burgundy, dark maroon red, but in the sun I can definitely see a whole bunch of little fungus gnats stuck in the little sundew. But same thing, it has a little sundew that it exudates and it catches the little fungus gnats. It just has like crazy arms, like antlers, if you will. And I just think it's so cool. It's so eye-catching. I'm always staring at it because I'm just like, what did you catch today? And I think it's so cute when it's like rolled up. As you can see, there's like a little green one in there. And I believe when it's growing babies, they start off green. And then the more mature that they get, they can start to turn like red maroon, especially if you have them out in the sun. And this one too is in my garden window, so it's been living its best life over there. The crazy thing that I found out about this one is that it says when it's fully mature, this can be as big as the size of a basketball. What? I just spit. My bad. Don't mean to spit on you guys. But yeah, as big as a basketball. Like what the heck? It's gonna be huge. So I really hope I can get it that big because I would love to have a giant one of these in my house. Like how freaking cool. Me and my fiance are kind of thinking about doing possibly a terrarium with carnivorous plants because we actually got a giant IKEA cabinet from OfferUp for free, and it looks like somebody was using it for like a terrarium, a plant terrarium, because there's a whole bunch of old moss in there. And I can't believe we found it on OfferUp for free. It's like a legit metal IKEA cabinet with the key and everything. I was like, no way. Like I said, we just got it, so I haven't even emptied it out. I haven't taken the previous person's things out of it or anything like that. But I will definitely be recording it when I do start to remove everything, and then I'll go ahead and record the process of us possibly making a terrarium with our carnivorous plants. We're still debating, so I'm not going to say for sure we're doing it. We're just thinking about it, because we also are thinking of doing like a little fish tank at the bottom to have some little fishies in it, but we shall see. I will be recording it for sure for you guys though. But yeah. Oh yeah, and since this one could get really big, like as big as a basketball, it says that it is possible for this one to catch larger insects, not just fungus gnats. So I thought that was cool too, because if it can catch like a full grown fly, I would have loved that, because the flies over here in the summer get crazy. Mosquitoes are coming out right now like crazy, fungus gnats. So any little flying thing, I'm like, yes, please take care of it, because I would rather not. And before we got into plants, my fiance would have a salt gun, and that just made a mess everywhere. And he's hit me with it before and it hurts. So I would rather have this than a salt gun or me trying to catch the freaking fly in my house myself. Like, that's just so gross to me. But yeah, isn't this so cool, you guys? That is wild. So if y'all do not want to go ahead and do mosquito bits or those little green, not green, those little yellow fly sticky traps, and you want to go a little bit more of a cooler route, a little bit, you know, get a new plant along with that, and something that's more eye-catching, definitely go with a carnivorous plant, because no matter what, when someone walks in your house and they see something like this, they're gonna be like, what the heck is that? Like, it's just so eye-catching. It's so cool. I love taking care of them because honestly, I feel like for me, the maintenance is low because I already am maintaining a lot of plants. So like I said, when I water my moss poles, I check on my trays and just make sure that my trays are full of distilled water. That's the biggest thing. That's like probably the only thing that's probably like a pain in the butt to me, is that you have to have distilled water on hand or rainwater. If y'all have rainwater, go for that too, because I heard that works as well. Just make sure it's not regular water, because that will kill your carnivorous plants. They are cool. They're not that crazy expensive. They catch fungus gnats, possibly flies, and you get a new plant on top of that. So I think it's a win-win. I love them. So far we only have 4. Previously we've had also pitcher plants, which I think are freaking cool too. And we've also had Venus flytraps in the past, but this time we thought we would try something a little bit more different. And the 4 that we do have, I'm very satisfied with. I love them so far. I think they're doing an amazing job. Yellow stars for all of them, because they have been helping out my life with these pesky, annoying little fungus gnats. And I can't tell you how much I've seen like a decrease in these fungus gnats in my house, which is like mind-boggling to me, because they were driving me crazy. Like I said, I was this close to getting mosquito bits, but we went for this instead. So I honestly feel like if you're thinking about it, go for it. And like I said, the easiest one is the Drosera capensis, the Cape Sendu. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it, but that's so far, like they said, the easiest one. But honestly, I have not had any issues with any of them, as long as I keep them constantly wet with distilled water and they're getting a good amount of sunlight. So yeah, that is it for these guys. But other than that, I wanted to show you guys, since we are on a new plant topic, I wanted to show you guys some other cute plants that I got over the past couple of weeks. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that. First things first, I have seen this succulent in so many people's collections, and I've actually never seen it with my own eyes. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, and it was the last one. And it was when me and my fiance went to our local farmers market, and they're literally closing down because we went late. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this what I think it is? And then the guy was like, yes, this is a bear claw succulent. And oh my gosh, this was $5. How freaking cute. And I'm sure these are cheap. I haven't looked up the prices for them, but I was just like, wow, what a steal, because it's such a full little pot and they're getting already tall. And I just thought they're so cute. Like, I've seen them in so many people's collections, and I've been wanting one in mine because I already have a lot of succulents and cactuses in my collection, as you guys seen in my outdoor video, but I don't have this one, and it's just so cute. Like, it's a bear claw. It's so soft, you guys. Like, I just come and I hold it because I feel like I'm holding like a little bear, a bear paw. But it has its little tiny fingers, and I just think it's adorable. So I'm super excited that I've finally added this one to my collection. So cute. All right, guys. So the second one that I'm most excited about is this one, which I'm sure you guys have seen. Um, I mean, it's just so freaking pretty. Like, there's not much to say about it. I've just seen it around and I love this plant so much. If you don't know, this plant actually opens and closes depending on light. So if it's bright outside, it's gonna be open. I believe all of them are open right now. Yeah, they're pretty much all open. And when it's dark, they all close. So right now they're like open like this and then they go like that, which I think is so freaking cool. And it has the cutest little blooms. Look at these little cuties. So I just think this plant is so cool. I've been wanting this one in my collection for such a long time. It kind of got a little bit tangled up, so it kind of looks a little crazy. But other than that, this leaf probably has to go. Other than that, I just think it's so freaking cute. It's so dainty, so wobbly. I love how it opens and closes. And I've just been wanting to add this one to my collection. I've never had it before. So now I finally get to say I have this one. So this is a new little cutie in my collection. I love it. It's actually like half of them are kind of closing up. Like if you can see, this one is kind of like shut. And then this one right here is like wide open. But some of them are actually shutting. So isn't that so cool? I love this plant. That's so crazy to me. All right. Next plant that my fiance got me is this heart fern. Heart leaf fern, which the name is in there. I think it's so freaking cute. The leaves look like hearts. It has like black brown stems that are fuzzy too, which I also really like. The leaf itself is really fuzzy as well, if you guys can see. If not, I'll put a picture. So I really like that. The texture is kind of rough. It kind of feels like sandpaper in a way, but they're so shiny, like they glisten. I think it's so cute. The new little leaves are so tiny and cute when they come out, and I really like this one. I remember my fiance tried to bring this plant home to me when he went and visited Mexico, but he was unable to. So he had this, hello, my son's right here. He has been wanting this plant himself because he saw it in Mexico in like really big bushes. So when he saw it, he immediately was like, we need this plant. And we finally got it now. So I'm really happy. I think it's really cute. I have a few ferns and they don't love me. So I'm going to try my hardest with this one because it came in such good care already. So hopefully it stays that way. All right. Last plant, you guys, that I recently got is this little cutie, which I don't know why it's all the way on the side, but that's how it came to me. But this is, I had to write down the name because y'all already know. Ficus triangularis variegata. Ficus triangularis variegata. I'm gonna just write that down because that is so hard. But this is another one that's like a little heart-shaped plant. Like, I guess I just have a little thing for like little cutie heart-shaped leaves. I just think it's so adorable. I've never seen a ficus look like this, so I just think it's so cute. The leaves are actually really thick. I honestly thought first thing that before knowing that it was a ficus, I thought it was a Hoya of some sort because of how thick the leaves are. But yeah, it's a ficus, Triangularis variegata. And what I really love about this one too, I don't know if you guys can tell when you look super close, but they're different colors. Like obviously it's variegata, so you see it's green and white, but there's also like a mint in the color. And I really like that. I was like, wow. Like, look at this leaf. That is just so friggin' pretty. I love little unique plants like this too that you won't normally see. So yeah, that is my last plant that I've recently received and purchased, and I'm happy with all of these. Like I said, if y'all are looking to get rid of some fungus gnats, because I know it's springtime, they're coming out like crazy, they're annoying, let me tell you, try a carnivorous plant because I have no regrets. I love all of them, like I said, and some of them are actually really cool. I love to check on them and I love to see what they've caught. So yeah, I highly recommend getting one of those. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. As always, let me know what you guys want to see down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.